in a district, would you rather have a conservative Democrat or a conservative Republican? I mean, would you acknowledge that guys like Brad Ellsworth or Gene Taylor win because they fit their district, and they might not vote with the party 100% of the time, but the first vote they cast is making Nancy Pelosi speaker, and so doesn't that matter?
I mean, I think there's a good argument to be made either way, and I think the argument for that is, that they then tend to have a much more Democratic voting record, and they're willing to vote for things like S-chip, and they're willing to move progressive policies forward, though not always. And the argument against it is that if you look at all the votes in the last 15 years for really bad, what I consider bad policies, again, apologies to the conservatives in the room, but what I consider bad policies, they're always bipartisan. You always have to get Democrats on board, and then they can say, well, this is a bipartisan bill. And in those cases, these Democrats are actually a real problem. And then you have other issues like a lot of these Democrats actually vote really badly on populist issues, corporate populist issues. And it isn't because their districts are like really love the phone companies or really love mortgage brokers, right? It's because they're using their district as an excuse to vote for policies that make it easier for them to fundraise from corporate PACs. And that's really, it's not that they are fitting their district, they actually aren't fitting their district, and that's really the argument that we sort of bring to it. So I guess it would really depend on who you're talking about. I mean, in Chet Edwards' case in Texas, I would probably say it's a Republican district by 17 points. I'm glad he's there. In other districts, I'd probably be a little bit less forgiving, well, not forgiving, but I think it's probably better to have a progressive Democrat there than not.